There is something deeply wrong with the New York Jets, and that's not breaking news. Everybody knows that. Not even Jets fans. The entire NFL world knows there's something wrong with the Jets. They have the longest playoff drought, 14, now 15 years, because obviously the Jets are not making the playoffs this year. And I feel like the New York Jets have a deep-rooted issue that it's hard to see what the issue is, which is why it's hard to be solved. And what I mean by that is this. No matter who you bring in here to try to save this franchise, whether it being a new head coach, whether it being a new general manager, or a different quarterback, it doesn't matter. Anytime a player or a coach comes to the Jets and they leave, they go thrive. Look at the San Francisco 49ers last night and even the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Football. Robert Saleh is coaching up Bryce Huff, and they're dominating. Jeff Ulbrich has the Falcons have one of the best defenses in the league. Sam Darnold is a top quarterback in the NFL over in Seattle. Aaron Rodgers is lighting it up in Pittsburgh. Fields was actually successful with Pittsburgh last year somehow. He was 4-2. I can keep going. Todd Bowles, 4 years with the Jets, cannot make the playoffs. And then he's a Super Bowl winning coach and now the first seed in the NFC with the Buccaneers, Todd Bowles. I mean, I can keep going. Geno Smith, not good anymore, but he had his breakout party, winning comeback player of the year. There's obviously something deeply wrong with this organization. And my approach to Aaron Glenn is this. He wanted this job. He wanted to become the Jets head coach because he has a connection with this franchise, and he wants to be the reason the Jets turn it around. And he understood the mess that he is inheriting. And it is a mess, dude. And the mess that he's inheriting, it's not Robert Saleh's mess. It's not Jeff Ulbrich's mess. It's not even Joe Douglas's mess. It's the active owner of Woody Johnson's mess. And Aaron Glenn came here trying to figure out a way to solve the master mystery of the New York Jets' incompetence. And he's trying to plug up the holes on the fly. He's trying to learn everything, and he's getting absolutely buried by the media, by our own fans, by all the critics, and even just by football itself. And Aaron Glenn is trying to weather a ship here, bringing in his guys while trying to learn on the fly, win games, and he's failing miserably. And it just feels like Aaron Glenn is the next man just to be the punching bag of the organization. My point is this. No matter who the Jets bring in at head coach, I'm getting to the point where it's like there has to be the most perfect human being in order to figure this out. Because without Woody Johnson selling this organization, it's never going to change, unfortunately. Because there's a deep-rooted issue that starts at the top. And I don't want to just blame the owner for everything, but at some point, he's the only constant of all this. And Aaron Glenn is ripping this organization down to his bones. That's what he's doing, if you couldn't tell. And, you know, the Jets aren't actively tanking. They're just doing it passively because they're not good. And Aaron Glenn is going to be here next year, in my opinion. I'm not going to say that's the right or the wrong decision here, but based off of the reports, based off Woody giving him a 5-year contract, Woody Johnson is probably self-aware enough to realize, like, yeah, you know, this is a gigantic mess. It's not going to be able to be turned around in a year. Like, look at the New England Patriots. They turned their organization around after, what, 2 or 3 seasons of being bad? Well, let's not forget who the Patriots were with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady all those years with Robert Kraft. Like, he understands how to build a winning organization. So it's not crazy that the Patriots actually turn it around because they found their coach and quarterback. Like, it's not crazy. Look around the NFL and you see these first-time coaches figure it out. The Jets, it's like almost impossible to figure out a way. It's deeper. And this is my point. Aaron Glenn is just the next man to be the punching bag. Because when you're the head coach of this organization, you're going to be criticized. You're going to be ripped to shreds. And if you're not built for it, who the heck is built for this job? Who? People don't want Aaron Glenn to be a one and done. Okay, who are you hiring? Mike McCarthy? Is that what people are saying? All these other guys? And then what? You think they're going to be able to figure out a way to solve this giant mystery of the Jets' incompetence? Like, I guess I just have a different approach, and I'm getting really sick and tired of the truth of this team, which is how incompetent the organization is. I mean, it's so... Okay, that's my rant about that. I know I went off the rails, but I feel like there's such a deep-rooted issue with this organization. It's deeper than just Aaron Glenn not being a good head coach. And I think that's my point here. It's way deeper than that. Every time, like, the way Jets fans have been operating throughout our entire existence is this. I mean, this is my expectation. Robert Sala's going to get a head coaching job next year, probably, and he's going to be great. He's going to lead them to the playoffs. That's just the life of a Jets fan. Aaron Glenn, maybe will get fired with the Jets eventually. He'll get hired as a head coach for another team and become great. That's just how it works. Breece Hall's probably going to get traded and become Saquon Barkley on another team. That's how it works. Jermaine Johnson's going to get traded and become Aiden Hutchinson on another team. Like, that's basically how it works. Like, we are literally the punching bag and the worst organization, not just in football, but in sports. Everything is bad right now. And it's hard to cling on to anything hopeful. Like, the defense is finally looking great, and we can't even be happy. We can't. Can't even be happy. And for the people that, and I don't want to go down this path real quick, but I'm going to have to do it. For the people that blamed Aaron Rodgers for last season are absolutely out of they're dead wrong. And this has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers individually. But people last year were like, oh, get this guy out of here. He's washed up. He's trash. He's the reason we suck. No, Rodgers was never the reason why we sucked. It's the Jets that suck. Go bring in Pat Mahomes here. I bet you it won't work. It doesn't matter who you bring in. There's no stability. And I amend Aaron Rodgers for even taking the chance, wanting to come here to try to figure out a way to build this up for Jets fans. And we have people that hated on him. And this is nothing about him. It's just I'm using him as an example, Aaron Rodgers. And my point here. And now Aaron Glenn is the next man up. No experience as a head coach. The Jets bring him in. He wants this job. And the fact that Aaron Glenn wants this job, the fact that he looked at the New York Jets organization and he's like, that's the team I want to turn around. I was drafted there. They brought me in as a scout, and he's going to embrace this challenge. I have respect for AG because of that, man. And that does not guarantee just because Aaron Glenn wanted the job that he's going to figure himself out. No one's saying that. But I'm at least not going to let go of the rope this early. I'm at least going to give him a season of building this foundation, going through the ringer of losing, going through the ringer of figuring out a way to become a head coach on the fly, because that's what he's doing. If you couldn't tell, Aaron Glenn is learning how to be a coach in this league on the fly. He's learning how to adjust. He's learning how to deal with quarterbacks. He's learning how to do a lot of things, man. He's learning on the fly, and he's obviously not doing anything good right now. He's not saying the right things in the press conference. He's not coaching up these guys to win football games. There's no situational awareness. There's nothing really to be excited about, hopeful about. You know, the defense finally woke up, but at some point, like, Jets fans can't even give him credit for that because we're not winning. You know, and the thing about the Tyrod Taylor decision at halftime, if he did not make that decision, people will be really, really pissed off right now, even more at him. He makes a decision, doesn't work, so no one's going to give him credit for making that decision. Just how it works. But the Jets are the worst team in football. Aaron Glenn is the worst coach in football. The Jets have the worst quarterbacks in football. They have the worst offense in football. Everything is worse. Everything is terrible, bro. Everything is bad. And I think that you look at Aaron Glenn and what he's done up until this point, he is the next guy to just be thrown into the fire of trying to weather a gigantic tsunami, and he doesn't know how to do it, man. He just doesn't. And I'm sure that he's going to try his best to figure it out. I'm going to give him all the world in the way, but I don't know, man. It's going to be tough for him. It's going to be tough for Mr. Aaron Glenn to figure this one out. Everybody So, Aaron Glenn, you're the next face of the team that is going to be absolutely criticized. People are going to hate on you as you already have been. And that's the thing, man. Like, it's sad. It really is sad. 0-7. 0-7! Aaron Glenn is to start off his career as the New York Jets head coach. And it doesn't get better. It doesn't get any worse than this. And now, now people are worried like he's going to draft the quarterback and fail him and then whatever. It's just so bad. And this has nothing to do with the game yesterday. We're going to get into it, X's and O's, Jets, Panthers. But at the end of the day, bro, like, the New York Jets have a deep-rooted issue, bro. And it's beyond Aaron Glenn. It really is. And if you look at what Darren Muji has done, I mean, the trades that he's made so far, I mean, I'm not even going to complain about him. Jarvis Brownlee is a good player. Harrison Phillips, Joanne Briggs, those three guys I think are actually impactful defensive pieces. But at what point are we just going to all look at each other in the face and realize, like, there's something deeply wrong? And we all know it, but it's time to really admit it and to just, like, talk it out as fans, bro. Want to give a giant shout out to Sleeper for being a proud sponsor of Jets Media all season long. Don't forget to use the code JETS if you have not already for a 100% match up to $100 by using my code JETS, folks. That's code JETS. When you sign up today, you will get a 100% match and also a $20 of free money, free entry when you sign up today using that code JETS, Jets. Shout out to Sleeper for being a proud sponsor of Jets Media, man.